Why?
What a light.
Yep.
Yep, you're so smart. Are you leaving me already?
Yep.
Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and today we are reviewing the new Studio 54 palette by Nomad Cosmetics. Nomad Cosmetics. They are an indie makeup brand that I discovered through Instagram. If you follow any of the Instagram and YouTube indie makeup queens, I feel like there's a few of them who review indie makeup quite a bit, then you probably are aware of Nomad Cosmetics. They do have, I think one of their most popular palettes is their Harajuku Tokyo palette, which has been high on my list for the longest time. It's very cute. It has pastels and it has a bottom row of just multi-chromes, and some of you have even recommended that I get it, and trust me, it's high on my list. The only thing that was stopping me is that I had the Morphe 35i palette, which has a ton of pastels, and I knew that I really wanted it for the multi-chromes the most. So I have skipped on it for now, but it's still on my wish list, so I really do want that palette still. When I saw that they were releasing their Studio 54 collection, it is a multi-chrome collection. They have two multi-chrome highlighters and a multi-chrome quad palette. I only picked up the palette for you guys today. It retails for $19, as their highlighters do as well. But look at this packaging. I think the owner said that it was supposed to be like on the outside is before you enter the doors. You get like a glimpse when the door's opening and closing of the lights inside, and this is you outside with all the kind of like grungy, yucky stuff in the city. And then when you open up your palette, you have the complete, it's like once you walk through the door and it's just like complete party time. So this is like a glitter outer packaging, and it is gritty, but it doesn't really come off very much, so that's cool. It does say that this is a multi-chrome disco shadow palette, and it says inspired by the iconic Studio 54 in New York. And this actually is caffeine infused. It says it's infused with caffeine to help you shine all night. So I don't really know what the caffeine does. I don't know if that means it makes it more long lasting or if it's just I don't really know. I'm not a chemist. I'd have to look into what the caffeine does, but if you're looking for caffeine infused makeup, this has got it. They are cruelty free and I believe vegan free as well. 20% of the sales from the New York Studio 54 collection is going to be donated to the New York Mount Sinai for COVID-19 response fund. So I think that's awesome as well. They already kept the prices very low for their consumers, but then they're also donating a portion of it, and I think that that is amazing. I also think it's really cool because you can use a discount code. There's a lot of affiliates out there. I personally am not one, but if you look up kind of like Nomad Cosmetics videos, you probably will stumble upon a discount code. I personally use they have a code and it's to save $5 when you first sign up. So that is what I did. So it was like $18 to get here and like shipped for the palette and everything, which I think was a great deal. Here are the 4 shades that you get. You get Le Freak, I'm Coming Out, Got to Be Real, and Last Dance. So you get kind of a pinky to blue duochrome shifty one. You get a yellow to pink. You get a blue to gold, and then this one's kind of like this grayish green type of shade. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know what it really shifts to. Last night when I was taking photos, I did notice a few glitters that were kind of purple and some that were kind of blue. So it was still multi-dimensional, but it was a little bit harder to see any type of shift going on as opposed to the other 3. This one also is pressed a lot harder than the other 3 pans. I guess that during when these were being produced, this one did get pressed harder than the others, but it is buildable, so it doesn't bother me that much. I will swatch them for you on my arms. I thought it was really cool because it made me look up Studio 54 when I was creating my Instagram video, because I was like, what kind of music did they listen to? Like, what was this place really like? And it seemed to be very disco-y, so I kind of included disco themed music in my video, but also if you look, Live Freak, I'm Coming Out, Got to Be Real, Last Dance, those kind of are disco-y type songs. So that's kind of the vibe that I get. So the first one that I was so excited for is called Live Freak, and this one feels so soft when you touch it. It does look a little bit powdery. I will show you guys the swatches that I took up close for my Instagram, because I feel like just by this swatch, these live swatches, you're not going to get the same feel for how shifty they are and what they really look like. I feel like you have to look at multiple videos, multiple photos to really get an idea of what these are really like. The next one's called I'm Coming Out, and this one is like a pink to blue shift, and I really wanted the pink highlighter called Hot Shots, but I figured maybe I could use this one in replacement for it. I don't know. We'll see. So there it is. Do you see that those beautiful shifts though? I think that these two have the most intense shifts out of the whole quad. So the other ones are going to become a little bit less shifty. This next one is called Got to Be Real. This is the one that's a little bit harder pressed. So I feel like you have to kind of a little bit dig or build, whichever. But it's still a very beautiful shade. I also am not really sure. I think there is some purple in there. It's really hard to tell, but I still like it. It just looks like a very kind of grungy, glittery teal, like teal aqua shade. So it's very unique still, even though I can't really see what the shift is. The shift's just not as strong. This next one called Last Dance, and this one is a blue. Again, this one's really soft and very easy to pick up. This one's the blue to gold shade. So there is that. You can really see this golden shift in the blue as well. I really think it's just the green one that it's kind of hard to tell what the shift is. Tell me right now, what do you think? What do you think the shift is? So let me zoom you in. I'm going to pop these on my eye at a time and we'll see what happens. So this first one's the Live Freak. I'm just gonna lightly apply it with my finger. So these are beautiful on top of other eyeshadows. These are definitely more toppery. Like as you can see, you don't really see much of the yellow. You do a little bit, but you really see that pink shift the most. I could see myself just popping one of these on my lid like this for a day that I'm not doing much and being like, ta-da, I'm done for the day. Just have a really beautiful sparkly lid, and I think you would still get compliments on it. So I'm just building it, and there it is. Other eye, we are actually going to do Got to Be Real, which is this green shade, and we're gonna, oh, do you see how pretty that is? So that's not even building it, and this one definitely has a lot more background pigment. This one's definitely good. You're gonna be able to see on its own that it is like a greenish teal type of color, but there that is. I put concealer on my lid because I had a hard time taking off some of those sparkles. Next we're gonna go into the pinky shade called I'm Coming Out, which has a pretty intense shift. I really like this one, but I don't feel like it's the most unique. Like I feel like I have a few shades like this in my collection, but I feel like these shades just don't get old. Okay, and then the next shot, we do that blue gold type of shade, which is very pretty. I don't have anything like this in my collection, that's for sure. I do have some blue duochromes, but I don't think any of them shift like to gold this strong. I swear, I kind of feel like this video is not meant to happen because every time I try to do a look with these, it has nothing to do with the multichrome. But last night I did my eyeliner way too thick and you couldn't even see the multichrome. And today this side turned out okay. But then this side, I started using this blue from the Kathleen Lights palette, and it just got all over my face. It was a huge mess. It was a disaster. I've been trying to clean it up for the past like 10 minutes. And now it's just like this big thing underneath my eye, and I'm not really a fan of that. But let's try and focus on the multichromes. Okay, so on this eye, I literally just started adding around what I had. So I had that blue to gold shimmer, and since it shifted gold, I was like, oh, this yellow tone would look really cool with it, and then I just went in with a brown to deepen it up. But then by accident, I was like going back in with what I thought was the blue, but I topped it with the green. I put Le Freak on the inner corner, and on this side, I have the only thing I have all over the lid is that one pink to purple shade, and it's also in the inner corner. But do you see how with a different base it just completely changes? It modifies the shadow completely. On top of the blue, it definitely looks like a strong blue shift. So I think we're actually going to try Le Freak as a highlighter on this side. See what happens. It almost just looks like a pinky shifting highlighter. Like you just see the pink. That's pretty. So you don't really see any of the yellow at all, you just see a pink shift. Now let's try that purple to blue on this side. See what happens. Maybe. My brush is not picking these up very good. Maybe we should just use fingers. Oops, I went blurry. So Le Freak. It's just like a sheer with like some pink glitters if you use it as a highlighter. And this one does have a little bit more of a pinky base, but it does have that kind of purpley blue type of shift going on. So between testing these out yesterday and today, yesterday I tried a glitter glue and it really made it look kind of chunky and really like flakier. So if you want it to look more textured, I'd suggest using some type of glitter glue. If you want just the sheer wash of color, honestly, all I had was my concealer on and it just looked beautiful and shiny enough on itself. I did try it wet yesterday also, that kind of did help, but these are them either on top of concealer or nothing, and I think that they honestly work better. I definitely suggest using your finger. It is very hard to pick up on a brush, but since you're basically going to be either using these on the inner corner or all over your lid, that doesn't really bother me too much. So what do you guys think? What is your favorite duochrome? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more up close swatches of this palette, then just go to my Instagram, which is For the Love of Glitter. That's where I do a lot of my product shots and swatch videos and swatches and all of that great stuff. You guys have a great day, and please don't forget to hit that like button if this was helpful, and you have a great day.